Well, the one thing that I love about fishing is that at the end of the day, if I'm lucky enough, I can keep a feed to cook up, and we're going to do a bit of a cook up shortly, but we've got to prepare this fish correctly. So I'm going to quickly run you through how I like to fillet and prepare a fish before I'm going to eat it. Rolling. So it starts with taking the scales off. So get yourself a good quality scaler. You can also use the back of the knife if you don't have one. We're basically just going to get every scale off that we possibly can. You can skin the fish, but I'm a huge fan of having the skin on because I like to crisp up the skin. So we'll just get all these scales off. And cut there. Yeah, that's good, Trey. Okay, I'm gonna go. Ready? Rolling again. So once you've got all those scales off, you need to give it a rinse. Now the big one is not to rinse it in fresh water. So I'm lucky enough, I'm on the edge of the bank here. Give it a rinse off in the salt water. Now we've got to take the fillets off. So I've got a nice sharp knife. What I'm gonna do is put a first incision just behind his fin there, up behind the head. And I'm gonna go all the way down to the backbone. Nice and soft. You don't want to cut through the backbone, you just want to glide across it. Then I'm going to go to the back of the fish at the tail here. Now if it was a bigger fish, you could work your way down the backbone here, but because this one's nice and small, I don't need to do that. So make an incision just behind the tail. So my first two incisions is one here and one here. And then I'm just bending the knife and running my knife all the way along the backbone. All the way, I'm not digging too hard in, and the backbone should guide the knife all the way up the front. Now a good indication that you've done a really good job is what I call the scrape test. And that's when you lift the fillet up, you should be able to drag the knife along the back of the fillet and hear a scrape, because that means you've missed no meat and you've just got the edge of the backbone. So I'll finish that up, go all the way through, and that fillet should just fall off. And that is a beautiful fillet of fresh tailor. Now the job isn't complete there. We've got to take out the rib cage, which is this one here, and there's also some bones, some pin bones that are in here. Now, they're not too bad on tailor, so if you're like me and you're happy to cook around them, then you can leave them in. But if you're not, it's just a matter of getting the knife and getting under the rib cage there and taking out that little section. Now, don't throw that out. If you're into brim fishing, you won't get a better brim bait than that, but I'm not today, so get rid of him. And to take out the pin bones, it's what they call a V-line. So it's just creating a 2-inch V, one there and one down there. And what that do, that'll take out that little segment where all the pin bones are. Just clean that up there. All the bones are in there. You can just see them through there. So get rid of him. And now that is a completely boneless, fresh bit of fish that is ready for the pan. It's just a matter of giving it a rinse again in some salt water and keeping it on ice until you're ready to cook.